Anyway, so he looks through the tiny, tiny little crack, and he notices there's a huge... What's going on, guys? British Brad here. Welcome back to another video, and today we're back with another interesting story. Yes, indeed. Now, this story is true, but it's not my story. It's actually my friend's story. I'm going to be using it, though, because it's really entertaining. This story is based in a state in the US, and for the sake of the story, and also for my friend's privacy, not like anyone watches me anyway, let's say it's just somewhere in New York. So I think I'm going to be the first to admit that I've done some crazy and stupid things when I've been a kid, especially when I was in primary school and especially when I was in secondary school. I piped down a little bit when I was in college, but yeah, still, that's the point. I've definitely done my fair share of crazy things. But there's crazy, and then there's taking it to the next level, which is downright insane. But to be honest, with what I've seen people do, and, you know, what people have pretty much gone out of their way to accomplish, I would go as far as to say that us people, are very, very determined to things that just don't make any sense. Like, I don't know how to explain it other than that. For example, I am currently undergoing a Twitter war with a guy pretending to be me, and he's posting racist comments and sexist things in my name, and there's nothing Twitter's going to do about it. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm quite fond of telling crazy stories, and today is certainly no exception. So let's get into today's video. Now, this story is going to be in the first-person perspective of my friend. So he goes to university about 5 days a week. Cough, cough. I don't actually know. That's just a guess. See, what I've noticed, right, is that for some reason, when you walk past a woman's toilet, it smells like perfume and, you know, just like generally nice smells. However, when you walk past the male toilet, it's like a goddamn compost bin. Legit, if you want to play Fallout Simulator with the Pip-Boy and everything, just go into the male toilet. Jesus. So my friend had finished his class, and he was walking around his university, and well, you know, every now and then, you're going to need to want to go to the bathroom. Even if you have the strongest bladder in the world, eventually you're probably going to want to use the bathroom, you know, like a normal person, you know, bodily function. Anyway, so he's walking down the corridor towards the bathroom, and he notices these group of shady guys just standing there, you know, like, looking all shady and stuff. Like, they got their hoods up and stuff, and they got their phones out, pointing towards the toilet, and he's thinking, that's a little bit weird, but okay, those guys can be weird, I don't really care. I'm just going to go and do me. Anyway, so he goes into the bathroom, and he's washing his hands first. Luckily, he didn't need to use the number 2. So he's doing his thing, and what you do, you don't need to know the details of that. And he realizes that he now needs to go for a number 2. So he's like, oh, damn, alright. So he goes to one of the stalls, and just before he opens the door, he gets like a strong smell, like a really, really strong smell. Like if you were there, you'd think that basically someone had smeared poo all over the other side of the door. Yeah, this story is a little bit disgusting, guys. I should have warned you at the start, but whatever. Anyway, so he looks through the tiny, tiny little crack, and he notices there's a huge, like, toilet slingshot with poo right in the middle of it, aimed at that door for the next person to open it. Someone in the university literally went out of their way to make a slingshot in the toilet so that the next person who goes would hit them. Now, that is just absolutely insane. Anyway, moments later, those sketchy guys from earlier come bursting in through the door with their phones like, ah! And they were really, like, sad because they didn't get it, you know, the film reaction, what they wanted. They were like, my friend just turns around and goes, hey, why is there a slingshot in here? Do you guys know anything about this? And they're like, damn it. We thought you would have fell for it. Anyway, so they're like, oh, don't tell anyone. We want this to be a funny prank. Like, this is not a prank, dude. This is just, like, this is just borderline stupid. Like, why would you do this? Why would you go out your way to make something like this? You know, like, what's the point? Oh, yeah, because it's funny, you know, to embarrass people. Well, it's not funny, though, is it? Because you won't like it if it happened to you. Well, that type of stuff doesn't happen to people like me. And he's like, well, okay, well, it can happen to you, and I'm going to report it to the teacher. Anyway, so he goes and reports it to, you know, some of the teachers, and they go in, and they're like, oh my god, what the... And they had like a whole meeting about it, and they're talking about the whole like situation. And yeah, guys, basically, someone had like gone out of their way to make a slingshot and stick it like in the toilet, so where the next person who opens the door would get covered in like, you know, poo. Just imagine if that was you. Imagine if you went to the toilet and that's what happened to you. That is just absolutely insane. So yeah, guys, next time you go to a public bathroom, be a little bit careful because you never know what could be lurking on the other side.